All right, my name is Stephen Breyer. I've been a justice of the United States Supreme Court for 28 years. I retired about 2 months ago, but my remarks today are not just on my own behalf, they are on behalf of the entire Supreme Court of the United States. And the main remark is to congratulate you in Latvia. Congratulations on this anniversary of your country and of your court and of the judges and of the effort that that represents over a century to maintain a rule of law. Now, it's not so easy to do. We here judges know that. I mean, you might have a constitution that protects human rights and it protects a degree of equality among people, and it says something about the rule of law, and it tries to divide powers to prevent a small group of people becoming too powerful, and it may say something about democracy. It's much easier to write those words on paper than it is to carry them out in practice. And that's where the courts come in. But even the courts 200 years ago in this country, or 150, our court, the Supreme Court, said that the Cherokee Indians own northern Georgia, and the President of the United States, Andrew Jackson, said, don't pay any attention to what the court says, and he threw the Indians out. And we had slavery for many years. And we had legal segregation by race for many years. And the court finally said in 1954, no, you can't do that. It's against the Constitution. But nobody knew, would the country really do it? And it took a long time. And today, probably they'll follow the Constitution. But when the president of the Supreme Court of Ghana asked me, why do people do what you say? Oh, that's a hard question to answer. And I had to give her a lot of examples and how long it took. And judges know that. They can say something, but it takes a whole country and a lot of education and a lot of understanding before the rule of law becomes real. And that rule of law is important. Why is it so important? Well, it's sort of, I think of it as the antithesis of dictatorship, autocracy, tyranny, irrationality. No, it's the opposite of that. And it's easy to get people to do it when they like what the court said. It's not so easy to do it when they don't like what the court said. But why are we doing it? The French writer Albert Camus explained very well, I thought, why. He said in his book, The Plague, that in every one of us, in every human being, there is what he called the plague germ. There's a bad part, and we can defeat it for a while, but it only goes into remission, and it might come back just like a real plague and do harmful things in the world. Well, the rule of law is a weapon. It's one of the weapons we have, not the only one, but it's one of the weapons that we have in order to fight that plague germ, that bad part of every person. And being a judge, another judge, I'm a judge, you're judges, and many of you, and we understand what? We understand that the job, when you do it right, is often a lonely job. Why lonely? Well, because when you reach a decision, the party it favors will say you're a genius, and the party it disfavors will say you're terrible. You come to expect that. And you also know that you can't run in this job for praise, nor for blame. You have to remain true. You have to remain true to the facts. You have to remain true to the law. And sometimes those cases are very difficult. And sometimes it's very hard to sit there at night and ponder and think about what is true to the law. Which way are you being true to yourself? And the other judges won't know either. Only you will know. But the other judges, like my court, and the judges on my court, can understand what it's like for some of you, some of the time, to have to sit there and think over how to be true to the law in really difficult cases. Well, that is the rule of law. And you've all been doing that for some time now. And because of that, and because we try to understand what it is you're doing, not the rights and wrongs, but how the difficulty of deciding, that part we can understand. And so we wish you many good wishes and many congratulations on your anniversary. Good luck.